Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today's story is one of those South African political dramas that feels like it was written for television, except it is unfolding in real life, with real money, real power, and very real consequences. We are talking about Vusimuzi Cat Matlala, a man who once walked around Pretoria with the confidence of someone who believed the system was working for him, only to find out that the same system can turn around and drag you into court when the bills stop being paid. Matlala, the businessman at the center of a widening police tender scandal, now finds himself in even deeper trouble. His company, Medicare24 Tshwane District, is facing eviction from the glossy Menlyn Maine Towers after falling behind on rent. And when we talk about Menlyn Maine, we are not talking about a backroom office above a spaza shop. This is one of the most expensive and upmarket commercial locations in the capital. The kind of place where the reception area smells like imported flowers and the lift announces each floor in a silky voice. Yet even in that luxury, Matlala's rent simply stopped flowing. According to court papers filed by Menlyn Maine Towers, Matlala owes nearly $260,000 in outstanding rental fees. The company says he began experiencing financial trouble around June 2024, which happens to be the same period his company was awarded that $360 million SAPS medical services tender. Now, depending on who you ask, receiving a massive government tender while being broke is either bad luck or suspicious timing. But in Matlala's world, it became a sign that the storm was brewing long before the public even knew. Medicare24 had a 5-year lease from 2021 to 2026, but by mid-2024 the arrears were already piling up. The landlords claimed that Matlala was using the office space to house another of his businesses, Cat VIP Protection, without consent. That alone breaches the lease agreement. And when a landlord discovers unauthorized tenants, especially a VIP protection company with its own reputation, eviction talk becomes very quick and very serious. The situation worsened in July 2025 when the landlords cancelled the lease. This happened just 2 months after Matlala was arrested for attempted murder, an event that only added more stress to an already collapsing business empire. The landlords then issued a notice to vacate, but by November 2025 they found that Matlala had not moved out and the arrears were still growing. The matter is heading to the Pretoria High Court in December, and as things stand, it is unopposed. Meaning Matlala has not even come forward to defend himself. Whatever strategy he is planning, it does not include showing up to explain why he still occupies the building. Now, all of this might sound like simple financial mismanagement until you place it next to the larger allegations surrounding Matlala. He has been accused of bankrolling politicians and senior police officers, using his tender windfall to buy influence. The state believes his role in the SAPS tender was anything but clean. They allege that he paid kickbacks to high-ranking officials in exchange for the contract. Suddenly the unpaid rent becomes more than a simple debt. It becomes part of a puzzle that investigators are trying to put together. In Parliament, Matlala told MPs that former Police Minister Becky Cele demanded $1 million from him. According to Matlala, Cele had helped him retrieve firearms seized during a raid by police investigating political killings. He went as far as calling Cele an extortionist. Imagine sitting in Parliament and accusing a former minister of attempting to squeeze you for R1 million like you were a broken ATM. It was a moment that sent shockwaves through the committee room. But that was not his only revelation. He admitted that he paid $150,000 towards the ANC's January 8 celebrations. He claimed the money was handed to Brown Magotsi, who described himself as close to Minister Mchunu. On top of that, police alleged that Matlala paid another businessman connected to Mchunu, Suleiman Karim, $1.5 million for helping him navigate the SAPS tender process. If you are wondering where all this money came from, the answer is right there in the cancelled $360 million SAPS contract. Matlala has always insisted that he is not a mastermind behind corruption. Instead, He says he is a victim caught in a tug-of-war between two powerful police generals, Lieutenant General Shadrack Sibiya and Lieutenant General Menlyn Maine Towers. In his version, he is simply collateral damage in a much larger political rivalry inside the police service. Whether that is true or not is something investigators will continue examining. Meanwhile, his financial problems are becoming impossible to hide. Before the big tender collapse, even his June 2024 letter of demand showed he owed over $76,000 already. By June 2025, the arrears had more than doubled. It paints a picture of a company running on fumes, trying to keep up appearances while money was slipping through the cracks. What we are looking at now is not just a police tender scandal. It is a story about the rise and fall of a businessman who enjoyed political access, influence, and luxury office space, only to watch it crumble under the weight of investigations, unpaid rent, and explosive testimony. It is the kind of story that reminds us how quickly fortunes can shift in South Africa's political landscape. These events raise larger questions about how government contracts are awarded, who benefits from them, and how ordinary South Africans end up paying the price when corruption infiltrates public institutions. And as Matlala prepares for an eviction hearing he has not bothered to oppose, we are left wondering whether this is the final chapter or just another twist in a long-running saga. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Matlala is a victim of political battles, or a key player in a corrupt network? We want to hear your views. See you next time.